everybody, welcome to my channel, Divorce Tarot. You don't have to be getting a divorce to be watching this channel. I'm just getting one. Unless you want to be getting one, in which case, yes, it will go really well. Basically, you're gonna get whatever you want by watching this channel. Alright? On a more serious note, I really hope that I could help you today and we can just hang out, honestly, you know, in life. We can get so much support by just feeling understood. You know, there's a large underestimation, right? In our society, I feel that we use the intellect a lot. There's an overuse, like, oh, what are the right steps? What's the agenda? What's the statistics? Right? But truly in life, in order to get ourselves up and going and after our dreams, what we really need is not just an agenda. There's a million agendas out there. What we need is confidence. We need comfort. We need love. And I think feeling understood is so essential to feeling that love and feeling that support, that we can just go forward in life and go for things. Like we can just do it, you know? Because we all know a lot of things we could or should or like to do, but we don't, right? There's things we avoid because we're afraid. So the word understand literally means understand. Stand under. It means to feel supported. And I do believe that when we feel understood, we feel supported. So I think today's reading is going to focus on feeling understood, honestly. It's going to be like the theme of it. Today we're going to be using the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa Decort. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It has this like stick figure bohemian look. It's just amazing. This is the Two of Cups. Like I've mentioned before, that's my favorite card in tarot because it's like lovey-dovey. And this is one of my favorite versions of it. This is a really cool, it's a little out there. Some of the meanings are different than the traditional ones. And I like that. I like being off the beat. So we're just gonna pull cards. The way I do it is it's a daily pull. I do like morning, a lunch, and then dinner. You know what I mean? Like the 3 parts of your day, and just cards to contemplate that can help you with getting through your day. And so if you watch this like the night before, you can help you like plan your next day. And if you're watching it in the morning or whatever, my intention is that this reading finds you just whenever you need it the most. They're evergreen, they're timeless, energies are shifting, and just go with whatever resonates with you and interpret it so that it fits your means and your life, and so that ultimately you feel deserving and functional in life and you have a good time. All right, I feel this one's coming up. And this one. All right, one more. 2 more. All right, here we go. Let's see what we have today. Bottom of the deck, Prince of Wands. All right, so Prince of Wands, that's Knight of Wands. So that's fire and passion and fast-moving energy. Sometimes comes in really fast and out. Comes into your life really quickly and goes out really quickly as well. Today for this card, I'm feeling just passion. Passion towards your purpose. That's what I'm getting here. So we're going to put this down. This is kind of going to be the feel for the entire read. Alright, so it's going to be like that background energy to the read. That's what I'm getting here, okay? So just a passion to be on purpose. And again, my intention is that with this reading, it's all about the feeling of being understood. And when you feel understood and supported and loved, you can really lean into your passion for life and for your purpose, and you can do your things. I'm experiencing that in my life. Like I said, I'm getting divorced, and I am really starting to just do what I love every day and not worry about whether I deserve it or not. That's just gonna be there. Whoop, whoop. Okay, let's just leave it. All right, let's do these cards, and then these are so this is the morning, lunch, evening cards, right? Just energies to contemplate, help you through the day. Boom, 6 of Swords. Leaving a painful past behind. Boom, Five of Swords. Oh my god, this is such a badass card. Such a badass card. We'll interpret in a second. And then we got this in no particular order. Nice! Nice! Take a look here. We got Four of Swords, which is healing. Very specific balance. You see that? These cards are so cool. And what are we attaining here? Princess of Wands, right? And we have the Prince of Wands. The Princess and Prince of Wands together. That's very interesting, right? Also fire. Fire, passion, right? This is a very interesting read. Okay, let's just go through it little by little. I'll fix my lights next time, okay? So, Six of Swords, this is like the morning energy. It doesn't have to be morning, it's just the beginning of your day if you like work at night or whatever. So, the Six of Swords, this is like a really interesting Six of Swords and randomly says science. So I have no idea what that means. The way I'm picking up the energies is like he feels like he's working on something. It feels like he's reading a book and learning something. Six of Swords is usually about like leaving a painful past behind, but you can see like the swords are all together like this, like a wheel, right? Like the wheel of fortune. So he's got some problems and he's got some pain, but he's making like a geometric shape out of it. He's learning. It's like he's Googling or something like, how do I get out of this terrible situation? How do I improve my life, right? So I do want to I'm very curious to see what she says about it. And there's like this tiny little guidebook that comes with. And like I said, I really love the different interpretations of this deck. Let's see if I can show you. Alright, that's good. Six of Swords, science. Mercury and Aquarius. Okay, that's the planet of communication, right? And in Aquarius is like, we're in the age of Aquarius. That could be healing. So again, yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Like, he's looking for ways to better his situation is what I'm picking up out of the card intuitively. I read intuitively, so each time is gonna be different based on the pull for the day. We have curiosity, knowledge, or mental exploration. An objective and rational mind, purposeful. The cross of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn represents the ability to think analytically and to consider all information. Yeah, so I'm guessing this thing going on. She uses really cool stuff. Alright, so bettering your situation. This is like looking for exit strategies. You have a passion, you have a purpose, you're looking up how to get it done, right? Now, this one is great. I really love this one. This is like the most badass Five of Swords. Because I've seen all kinds of scary Five of Swords. This one says defeat. I've seen there's one deck where there's a skull and there's like 5 swords in the skull, and it's as scary as it can be, right? But this one is the hands down most badass Five of Swords I've seen, because it's literally some kind of lady has just come and she has just taken this dude down. You know, to me, in this reading, this represents like, it's almost that feeling when you're done. You know, when you're in a toxic situation, whether someone's mistreating you or you're just so overworked at work, and you just reach this point where you're like, there has to be more to life than this. There has to be a better way to live. I'm done. I'm so done. I'm overwhelmed, and I gotta do something else. I just gotta do something different. I'm down. I can no longer go on. You know? And this feels like the universe. Sometimes if you're being stubborn and stuck in a pattern, okay, bear with me. The universe will come and it will like purposefully knock you down a notch. Or like, it might throw you off a cliff a little bit. Because sometimes we're so stuck in a rut, or we're so terrified, or we feel so lonely that like the gentle, intuitive voice, which is relatively quiet compared to the fearsome voices of the ego and the protective self, that gentle, quiet voice is so quiet that we can be like, well, real? Is it really real? Is this intuition real? Is this just wishful thinking? Am I just like super lonely? And then the universe will come and it will knock you down so hard. And I'm talking like life and death things can happen. Like after my second, I have 3 kids, and after the birth of my second kid, I was in the ICU unit and I was really, really sick. And I just saw 1010 on the camera. And I had this like blood infection throughout my whole body, and the doctors were just like, well, we don't actually know, you know, if you're gonna live. They just said that, and I appreciate the honesty, but it was like, okay. And then they were like, we're just gonna see what your body will do in the next 24 hours, and we're just gonna pump you with antibiotics, which they did. They did like 3 different types or whatever. And they said when I called 911 and I arrived at the hospital, they said I was about 4 hours from toxic shock to my entire system. And you don't, it's unlikely to get out of toxic shock, especially if if I had gone to bed that night instead of calling 911 while I was sleeping. I would have gone into toxic shock and I would have basically not come out of it, right? But I had the intuition, you know, like, don't go to bed, you will not be waking up. So that's what I mean. This is the kind of situation where you're like, my life cannot go on like this. And going to the hospital was the beginning of me getting back into society and trusting society, because I dropped out of college and then I kind of became very isolated. And then the hospital was a place where they were nice to me. They saved my life, you know. You don't forget that kind of thing. So basically I had an issue with trust towards society. And life took me down. But, you know, it was good in the end. But it was rough in the meantime. Alright? Not saying you're going to the hospital today, but sometimes there's these moments. You'll know it when you see it. These moments of like, I cannot go on like this. And that's when I vowed to make some big changes in my life and start focusing on my career more. But still, there was more steps I had to take until today. That was back in 2020 that happened. It's a progress. Just because it's not happened on the surface yet doesn't mean that things aren't working underneath the surface, okay? You know, you can be growing your root system. Be patient with yourself and keep working. Okay, a lot of internal work happens before it shows up on the external, alright? Let's look at the last cards here, okay? So here we have truce. Alright, so that's very interesting because, like, what is a truce? A truce is when you're having some kind of conflict or battle, right? Like there's a battle here. There's a conflict or a battle, and then you reach a truce. Like, look at the fine balance he has achieved here. Okay, take a look. This is the 4 of Swords. Usually he's laying on a bed or some kind of mausoleum burial thing. But this, you know what I mean? That's a very fine balance, okay? So it's a point where you start out researching, you can't go any farther, right? You just decided you cannot go any farther. And then you reach a truce with yourself. Maybe you allow yourself to admit that you do want to take these different steps. You do want to pursue your passion. You do want to look into it, right? And then when you reach this truce, take a look at what happens when you reach the truce. You have the Princess of Wands, right? This is fire, tiger energy, going for it. Going for your dreams, right? Reaching high for what you truly want, all right? And that's a really great match with the Prince of Wands, right? Going for what you want. Take a look. See what the cards tell you, right? But it's great because it's like, this feels like your inner energy, your natural, authentic energy and interest in your goal, in your passion. And then here you reach more into action steps, right? Oh, wow. And then the Queen of Wands. But you see that you have to go through this process getting really real with yourself, reaching a truce, right? Admitting to yourself what you really want, right? You might have to let go of some things in the past to make room for new things. All right, you might have to say bye-bye to some people, places, things, hobbies, addictions. And you know, there's many addictions. There's sneaky addictions. Like, I didn't have any addictions that are typical, but I had this thing where I would stay up all night and I would like heavily undersleep. And lack of sleep to the body, it's almost like drinking heavily or something like that, right? Like, you're abusing your body. So be careful of those addictions and ways to be rough on yourself that are sneaky. That you can be like, oh, I've done nothing wrong. I just had trouble sleeping. It's like, yeah, but what's really going on, right? What's really going on? And remember that anytime you're denying your dreams in yourself, you're telling yourself you're not enough. So on a microscopic scale, you're basically hating yourself. You're just constantly telling yourself you're not enough. You're not enough. And that adds up to resentment to the self, to feeling defeated, to feeling not heard. Who's the number one person responsible for hearing you? It's you. It's you. No one else has your guidance. No one else will hear it like you do. No one else has to. It's your responsibility. I'm gonna pick one card from Louise Hay because I kind of adore her. This is my daily card. Okay, and we have, I am welcomed with joy wherever I am. This is perfect for a theme of being understood, right? One affirmation I say is, I am welcomed. I am allowed, right, to be myself. I got goosebumps. All right, so let's read it. People love working and being with me. As I express my thoughts, feelings, and ideas, they are welcomed and easily comprehended by others. This is so perfect. What does it mean to be comprehended? It means to be understood, right? And so whatever you want to take, whatever action steps you want to take that make your life more authentic to who you are, start expecting good results. Start expecting people to like you, to understand you. Because the truth is, there's tons of people in the world. Okay? Half of them will love you, the other half will hate you. Approximately. Okay? So it doesn't actually matter what they think. You just have to understand yourself and support yourself, and then put yourself in the environment that will already welcome you without having to change yourself. It exists. I think that's the hardest step. Just to feel that it exists and go from there. Alright. That's a beautiful reading. I wonder if there was... I had one more thought, but it's gone. It's gone now. Alright. I love you guys so much. I hope this reading helped you. I hope it gave you something to think about. I also send... Well, I mean, I don't really have a choice about it, but when I'm here, I'm speaking, I'm talking, I send energy. And I feel your energy as well, because I'm just starting the channel, but like I just feel the energy of the collective, of the community. Because I feel things before they happen, and I just feel energy in the air. So, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for visiting. There's going to be another reading tomorrow. I feel so happy doing these every single day. It is so fulfilling and authentic and natural to me. I just like never thought I could do any work that will feel easy like this, but when you're on life purpose, it feels so good. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye 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 bye!